Say it.
Get over here! Get over here!
Back off, war child, seriously.
Big time showtime. 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 Mic one, check. Check. Am I paying my internet bill? Are we going to go Johnny Damon tonight? Starting out with an NBC. What up, East in the Barrage? What's up, everybody? Jonathan Elliott, what up, Barrage? Chris Ratty, Rat-Eye, how are you, man? Richard McDonald, chilling here in Florida. Chilling here in San Diego, Barrage. Let's fucking go.
Say it.
M.
No.
B.
Just say it!
C.
What up? What's going on, everybody? What's up, Zach Pearson? What's up, Dan Diego? ¿Cómo estás? Zach Pearson, Bodian's Brews. What's going on, Barrage? East in the Barrage. Ryan Carter. What up, Doc? What up, old time homie? Greg Murphy. Pump it up. The Pump Warlord himself. What's going on, everybody? Cheers to Wednesday night, my favorite night of the week. Thanks for being here.
Back off, war child, seriously.
We got some stuff written down today. Hope everyone's doing well. Let us know what you're drinking. Let us know what you're fermenting. If you have any questions at any point, put them into the chat. And there's no egos here. If I'm doing a rant or I'm talking to somebody and you got a question, whether it's extract or the most advanced brew topic of all time, put it in the chat. Somebody would love to help you out, man. This is it. Let's crack some beers. I got a mail day. I got an epic mail day. I've got some stuff written down again. I think I'm somewhat prepared. New Discord link. I don't know what's up with the Discord stuff, but it expires like after a few days. Artillery Channel, I made my first smash this weekend. Right on, Braj. Patrick D, what's up, Braj? What's going on, Braj? Hopeful Brewing, I still have to mail you a t-shirt. You're the only guy I haven't fulfilled my word to, but I have your address. It's in the Discord. Sleeveless in Seattle, that's exactly right. I've been getting nudes all day on Instagram from my dad. It's getting a little bit weird, but I got a little sunburn too. Why are used kegs always filled with shit? Can they just like rinse them? It's an easy fix. Easy way to clean them. What do we got going on tonight? Big shout out to Jorge Castro last week and Pros with Peter. We're doing 2 streams. We're doing Wednesday. It's just me in the chat. What's up, Tom Alvarado? What's up, Brunch?
Get over here!
2 streams, Wednesday solo, so I can keep up with the chat. I can know what's going on for the most part. And then Thursday we're gonna have a guest. Last week, I think was the first one we did 2, or maybe it's the second one in a row. But it was Pros with Peter and Jorge Castro. The week before that, I think it was me and then Short Circuited Brian.
Get over here!
So tomorrow night we're gonna have on.
Back off, war child, seriously.
It'll be the Hop Killer. So he's got a YouTube channel. He's up there in NorCal. He's on Instagram. I'm talking to him on Instagram, and it should be fun. So we're rocking and rolling. What's up, Tom Madison? What's up, Hey CH from Canada? What's up? Cheers from San Diego. Cheers from Carlsbad Village.
Back off, war child, seriously.
Party Time Brewing. Cheers all. Just quick check in. That's James up there in Canada on vacay. It might look awkward around the fire with me on my phone. Hopefully check in tomorrow if CH doesn't cancel himself tonight. No, we will be there tomorrow. We'll definitely be there tomorrow. Dawson's Creek theme song. I'm here for Johnny Damon, man. I'm here for Johnny Damon. Antonio M. Deja Vu. I just finished watching the electric versus gas video.
Seriously.
With CH wearing the same shirt and getting drunk on Corona. That was about a year ago. What's up, Antonio? Welcome to the live stream. Al Bro, what's up? Super Brages, thank you for the super chat. That supports me. That helps produce everything. That produces me not getting a roommate. It produces the beer in my fridge. It produces the beers that I'm drinking right now. So thank you, Al Bro. Thanks, man. And shout out to you because you were. I was watching Short Circuited Brewers videos today. He's kind of on a content spree, and you support his Patreon too. I like that, man. That's rad. Patrick D, Mexican lager and some Phillies Dodgers. Right on, man. I think the Padres got rocked today, but they were on a good one. Can't win them all. 4 out of 5 ain't bad. Shit, man. If we 4 out of 5, that'll put us up above the Dodgers and the Giants if we could figure that out without Tatis. Joseph Schwartz, man, welcome to the live stream. How are you? Thank you for the super chat, Joseph Schwartz. Johnny Damon does blow. Yes, he does, and I've done it with him. No, I have not. Dawson's Creek theme song, go Yanks. I know nothing about the American League except for Shoe High.
Get over here!
Shoe High. That's elementary Brian's barrage. Shoe High. That's all I know. Jonathan Elliott's wasted. He about the SS for the Padres. He's coming back. They're going to put him in center field. He's just too beat up. He's 22. He's kind of not scrawny, but lanky, and he's just too powerful. He just tears his shoulder out trying to hit bombs. Ryan, what's up, man?
Get over here!
I'm on TA with that. All right, what's going on? So, Hop Killer tomorrow night. Last week's Super Chatters. Victor Hooper. Victor Hooper. Thank you, Victor Hooper. Joseph Ide. I need to get a statue of you in my house, man. Thank you for the super chat love. Tan Ezra. Thank you so much. Wayward Brewing. Thank you. Kiowaska. Thank you. Joseph Ide. Kiowaska. My dad. Joseph Ide again. Clickbait. Tom Alvarado. Go get a 6-pack of Swamis at Sprouts. I did the next day. Thank you. Let's crack some beers. Let's rock and roll. We made a video this week. Oh, we got some epic. We got a mail day. This is from. I got a hat from Brewmill Tony. Check out Brewmill, who's always in the chat. He's trying to get a tasting room going up there in Rancho Cucamonga. Keep that on your radar. That'd be cool. And then I got some stickers today from Puerto Rico, and I thought it'd be from Jorge Castro, but it's not. It's from Garabato Brewhouse in San Juanita, Bayamon, Puerto Rico. Pretty cool. So I love stickers. I don't have any stickers from Homebrew for Life, but one of those days it'll happen. It'll happen, I promise.
Back off, war child, seriously.
Shout out to these guys. I don't even know if they watch this, but much love. Let's get some beers going. I got a little bit of everything tonight. All right, I'm going to crack I just had a Sierra Nevada Session Hazy IPA. They are delicious. They are too good. Josephied, thank you for the super chats, man. I'm going to get a statue of you in my house, and I'm going to bronze it, and it's going to be like the Tony Gwynn one down at Petco Park. Thanks, Braj. What do we got going on tonight? Big news. We kind of talked about this last time. The Australian Braj got his brewery. He's still looking for a head brewer. If anybody knows anybody.
Come here!
He wants somebody who has experience, commercial brewing, and can carry their own load. Nether Braj opened up a brewery. Tommy from Blue Fire Brew. I went there 2 days ago. I'll be there again on Friday. Tommy and his brother and their dad. It's in, I guess, San Marcos off Rancho Santa Fe Road. He'll be on next Thursday talking about the trials and tribulations, trying to open up a brewery through COVID and just all the serious realities that came with it. But they're up and running. I was there. It's a great brewery. It's got great beer. And for the Kiowaska IPA, Bodie's Brews, your machine. Thank you, Bodie's Brews. Super chat. Let's crack this beer. Braj Mill. Check it out. Check out the Brew Mill tap room. It's not up and running. But Tommy's been on a little bit. Here, we're drinking German Pilsner right here. Let's light this crowd candle. We got 37 people in here. Shout out to yourselves. Man,
Say it. M.
No.
B.
Just say it!
C.
We got the short-circuited brewer glass. Try not to get electrocuted. Brian had a couple videos this week. Shout out to all the brew tubers putting out content. Me and Trent did a collab. That was a fun video. I kind of got stuck in a stalemate, but I learned a lot from that video, and I'm going to talk about it in a second because probably the most question I get asked is, new brewers, what system do I buy? And I finally have an answer for that. I have a really good answer for that. Bodine's Brews. Check it out. Brew Mill Tony's hat. Digging it, man. So what's going on tonight? Tommy from Blue Fire Brew. He's coming on next Thursday. And we're going to talk a lot of good stuff. I'm really looking forward to that one. Shout out to you guys. This channel is almost at 2,000 subs, and we don't really put out that much content on this. I try to chop up some of the stuff. I get it. It's long. It's 2 hours. It's 2.5 hours. Me and Pros with Peter, we're blacked out. We don't know what we're talking about. We're slurring our words, and I try to go back and look at it. It's like, hey, let's talk about... I put out a video today, actually. It was how to whirlpool? No, hot burn. It was about hot burn. What causes hot burn, and how to get rid of it, or how to avoid it. You can't avoid it if you're putting in fresh hops as dry hop, but you can get rid of it. You can definitely get rid of it. So I'm going to chop this channel up a little bit more, and we're going to have a good time, and hopefully I can get some more content on here. It's going to get annoying. We're going to put out a lot of content, and with shorts in this channel, we're working on like 3 videos right now. We're working on a nitro video. I'll get into that. Getting nitrogen is a bitch. It's way more difficult than CO2. You can get lucky. You can kind of switch out a tank from time to time, but more often than not, it's got to go through a process. I'll talk about that. I brought it to 2 gas places, but I do have a nitrogen setup. This is my first nitrogen setup as a home brewer. I've had it on a commercial system, which is pretty much the same thing. It's just a bigger tank. Yeah, it's pretty much Sankey versus corny. But I'll talk about that more. I've got that written down. Facebook link. I'm not going to put this on Facebook. Shout out to the Brew Tubers. Short Circuited Brian's on a good one. David Heath was on a good one. David Heath was talking about Blickman's got a new mill, or Grainfather's got a new mill out there, and I think he's got the hookup on it. I don't even think that. Hell yeah, Artillery Channel. Nitro Hazy sounds amazing. That's what we're gonna do. David Heath's got a couple new videos out. Still no Clawhammer. I know that their computer broke, their hard drive crashed. I was talking with Brulosophy. We were going back and forth, and then he kind of just ghosted me. So I'm gonna beat his ass. No, I'm just kidding. Am I? No, I'm totally kidding. I'm trying to get Brulosophy on. We did a collab, me, Trent, the Brew Show. That was fun. That was a lot of fun, and I want to do one again. I just love doing the blind taste contest stuff. We'll just do anything, just top IPAs of 2021. We'll drink them, and we'll talk about, how we can distinguish them, and then do a blind taste contest and see if we know what we're talking about. Just videos like that. I love blind taste contests.
Back off.
It's the best way to educate your palate. Throw out all perception, throw out price, color. All you're going off is aroma and taste. You don't even get to look at it.
Get over here!
Hopefield Brewing. Refill cost of nitrogen versus CO2. Great question. Great question. At a homebrew store I used to work at, CO2 was a ripoff. It was $5 a pound. So it was like $25 to fill up. If you go to like a Matheson or an Airgas, you could swap it out for a few bucks less than that. It's about, 16 or 17 from my guys. Nitro's a ripoff. It's not a ripoff. It's not even nitro. It's 70% nitro and 30% CO2. It's called beer gas. And I got quoted at $52. $52 for 5 pounds. So it's pretty much $10 a pound.
Get over here!
You would crush Brulosophy reviews, Braj. What's up, Chris? What's up, Brunch? Had a grisette today. Was nice. Right on. Bean Factory. No problem getting gas either. Yeah, Matheson sucks. Airgas is the shit. They're right next to each other in San Marcos. But we'll talk about that because I actually got a question this week. We're talking about CO2 versus nitrogen and cask. A lot of people think cask is the only real ale out there. Yeah, I don't know. It's pirate beer, man. Shout out to all the brew tubers. There's a new Discord link and it's live. If anybody has any beer questions, post it to the Discord. I'm set to block a guy on Instagram today. Like 20 DMs a day, just like letting me know he's reading John Palmer book, and now he's sparging, and now he's asking me to send him Pliny's to South Carolina. I was like, dude, let's flip the script, man. I'm gonna email you 20 times a day. The only rule, there's no egos, just Legos, just Lego my egos.
Back off, war child, seriously.
Artillery channel, 20 pound CO2 for 25. That's a hell of a deal. That's a hell of a deal. I got to look more into that. Maybe I'm paying a little bit more for nitro. If it's a new tank, it's got to get like inspected and stuff like that. I'm learning all this on the fly, but I'll have a better answer for the video. Homebrew Moron, man. What's up, dude? It's been a little bit.
Seriously.
All right, what are we talking about? CO2 versus nitrogen. CO2 versus nitrogen. Because I do want to do that nitrogen hazy. That sounds delicious. Nitrogen's, I've had hoppy nitrogen beers. They're interesting. I wouldn't say they're good or bad, but they're, nitrogen's kind of more of a creamy beer. You know, cream ales and stouts and porters, and it'd be a blonde. It'd be a Pilsner. But I'm going to start getting crazy with nitrogen.
Back off, War Child. Seriously.
BrewTubers getting flagged. All my videos are getting flagged this week for some reason. They need an age restriction. I'm having a hard time with that. Arrow to the Mead. Just wanted to give them a quick shout out. There's a new Mead channel that I've been following, and he's a new braj. If you guys want to check that out, anybody who has interest in brewing a bunch of meads, Arrow to the Mead. I haven't even talked to him. We've never gone back and forth. I just enjoyed his channel, and I figured I'd just write it down and give him a quick little shout out to anybody who's into mead. What's up, Robert? What's up, It's Rec? What's up, you Brungy?
Back off, War Child. Seriously.
Home Brew Moron. Been working in a brewery and moved to Portland. Are you going to tell us what brewery is? Or are you going to be like pros with Peter and just let us guess all day? Nitro lactose strawberry lager braj beer. That, I don't know if you're making a joke or not, but that sounds good. That sounds really good. You don't need nitrogen with all that other stuff in there. I got a question today. Keezers versus keg raiders. Keezers versus keg raiders. I don't think there's a right or wrong answer for that. Interesting topic. Interesting topic for anybody who wants to start kegging. And we'll use the chat to come up with the answers for that. I don't have anything written down. I never really did. Maybe I had a couple things written down last week. What are cryo hops? That was kind of the collab I did with Trent.
Back off, War Child. Seriously.
And he put in some real cryo hops into his Mr. Beer kit. I'll talk about that in a second here. And cryo hops, pretty easy stuff to understand. Mr. Beer kit, other beer kits. What else do I have down here? I want to give a shout out to, I think his name's Kevin Fiddler. Maybe we can do some trivia tonight. I might be hanging out with somebody, a dude. Love my Keezer. I have both. Jonathan Elliott. Darren Blackwood. What's up, Raj?
Come here.
Yeah, it's kind of, we'll talk about the pros and cons of Keezers versus keg raiders. Maybe some trivia. This might be an early night. I might have a hot date with a dude, a friend around 8:30. And I always sweat when I do these. It's hot. I'm gross. I'm still 30 pounds overweight. Yeah, we're going to be doing a lot of YouTube shorts and more outtake videos. The way I look at Homebrew for Life, everything's kind of just an outtake video for the most part. And we shoot so much, and we only use about 10 or 20%. Gavin. Yeah, he's cruising over. I'm going to beat his ass. And then I'm going to wake up and apologize. We only use about 20% of the content that we shoot. So, like our food videos and half of our just Homebrew for Life videos are such a joke that it's just kind of one outtake. So I'm just going to start throwing up content and just be as obnoxious as humanly possible on Homebrew for Life and filter out all those ghost followers. So we'll see.
Back off, War Child. Seriously.
Brewmill Tony, are you close to opening? Homebrew Moron wants to know. I want to know. Goose Frabo, what's up, Braj? Dipping out early, Brajes. Early birthday and anniversary celebration. Always stay chill and smash that like button. Number 69 wins. Right on, man. Cheers to, I don't know if it's your birthday or not, Goose Fraba, but have a good night, you brunch. And then, all right, shout out to, I don't know if Red Green or Kevin Fiddler are right here, but I'm always talking about how I want to find a 10-gallon corny keg. And they sent me this. Check this out. It is a Sankey keg ball clamp conversion kit. Williams Brewing. I don't think I've ever bought anything off Williams Brewing. Let's put this in here. Check this out. Does that show up? Does anybody have any experience with this? Because I really want this now. So it's pretty much like a kegel, sort of. It's a commercial keg, and you got to take the stem out. Anybody who's ever... My cat. Anybody who's ever pulled the stem out of a keg, you know, you got to get like a flathead screwdriver in there, pop it out. Well, you got to let the CO2 out first, or you got to let the beer out first, and then let all the pressure out of it. And then you've got to pop the little ring around it. And then once you take that off, you pull the stem out. So it's pretty much just a hollow shell. And then you get this Sankey keg, ball lock, tri-clamp conversion kit. Something tells me It's Wreck knows about this. Something tells me It's Wreck knows about this. What happened? Somebody die? I am not close to opening. Issues have surfaced, and we may be losing our location. Yeah, Tone, that I wasn't at the liberty to say that. That's on you, man. But sounds like it's public knowledge at this point. But if anybody has any questions about this, I do want to make a video. I want to do a review on this and just see how well it works. Does it fit in a keg raider? It'll fit in a keezer. Keezer, you have control over your height because you can make it. You always got to take the top of the keezer off, unscrew it. Some people will put 2x4 right there. Some people put 2x6. Some people put 2x8. But I'm worried that this thing won't fit in my keg raider. The fuck? But the only way we're going to figure it out is by doing it. So I'm going to buy this thing. If anybody's got any information on this, I've never seen this before. So again, big shout out to Kevin Fiddler. And I think I got a lump in my throat because I'm not drinking enough beer. Victor Hooper! Oh, Victor Hooper! Oh, cheers, Braj. Victor Hooper, thank you for the super chat, man. That really helps out. I didn't know I was going to be so dependent on these super chats, and I'm not. I kind of am, but thank you. You're always showing up and showing love, man. Appreciate you, Braj. So I think I'm going to make a video out of this, and I don't vouch for this thing yet, but we will see. It's tri-clamp. I got two mouses over here. So if you look at this picture in here, I think it's probably I'd probably rig it to have a floating dip too, put some weight on it or something. But, the 10-gallon corny keg to me is the holy grail of homebrew. Or you got the 15-gallon, and I think 15 gallons and 6-dollars are the same height, right? They're about 24 inches. But when I put mine in the fridge, I don't even know if a Sankey could fit in there. But if I put a corny keg in my fridge, I have to take it at an angle and move it underneath the light bulb and get it in there. So with this thing, I know it sticks out a little bit more, but we'll see. And I'm going to make the video on it. We got a lot of videos coming out right now. We got a nitrogen video coming out. Me and Maury are making that on Saturday. We're doing one of those quick little not gimmicky, but it's like top 5 mistakes for new brewers starting out with. And I'm going to try to make it as informative as I can. Not just don't use plastic buckets because plastic scrapes and harbors yeast. It doesn't at all. If bacteria can get in there, star sand and water solution can get in there too. There's a lot of old world brewing methods that are definitely outdated. Methods, techniques, styles that are completely different from today. And I'm going to kind of riff on that. We're doing the maple bacon brown ale on nitro. We're going to do some blind taste contest videos. And shout out to anybody who watched our last Mr. Beer Kit video. That was a fun video to make, and we almost scrapped that. What up, Animated Homebrew? We got to get Animated on here. He's got a killer YouTube channel. It's funny as shit. It cracks me up. He's got little South Park characters on there moving around. He's got characters. He's got animated characters, and he's got B-roll of himself in there. But he doesn't talk on camera. He just talks through a little animated, what's the little kid's name from South Park? The Canadian guys, the 2 guys that run the show. Phil and Lil, Mike and Ike or something. Kind of reminds me of that.
Wow.
Yeah, so Trent and I did a video this week. We had a good time. Let me go back to the script. Do we have a script? There's a script? Yeah, the Mr. Beer Kit. That was my first time messing with that, and I thought that thing was a big bummer. And I'll definitely come on the happy hour. All right, Animated, we'll talk after this. I'd love to have you on, man. Are you going to show your face? Can it be your little animated thing? Can you set it up to do that? Terrence and Phillip. That would be funny as shit if I was just talking to a little Terrence and Phillip. Kick the baby.
Wow.
All right, animated homebrewing. I'm gonna hold you to that.
Wow.
Yeah, the Mr. Beer Kit thing. I think it's a bad way to get into homebrewing. And I said in the video, I don't think people. Again, thank you to who watched that video. That video is doing good, and the majority of our videos bomb. And I don't know. I thought we had enough subscribers, we'd get like guaranteed views or something, but that's not the case. You gotta make videos, I guess, with more clickbaity titles or grain to glass or something like that. So thank you to whoever watched that video, because that was cool, and I'm glad that worked out for Trent and everybody. And if I get a video that gets like 5,000 views in the first couple of days, that's good. That's very good for our channel. So again, cheers. But I didn't like the Mr. Beer thing at all. It's just way too gimmicky. I mean, for starters, it comes in a fake plastic cask. It doesn't need to do that. That's not going to do anything except sell it. Sell the gimmick of it. I'd rather it just be a bucket with a fucking lid and an airlock. But when I was looking at the comment section on the Mr. Beer Kit, most people were talking about how some people vouched for it. About 20% of the people were like, "Hey, I started with Mr. Beer Kit and I kept with brewing, and actually I did like 3 batches with Mr. Beer." And that's fine, like whatever keeps you around brewing. Homebrew for Life is all about keeping people brewing. Like, that's the pulse of it. A lot of people brew for a little bit. It's too much work and they filter out. My purpose on planet Earth is to keep people brewing. Not for their whole life, but, at least for 10 years or 3 years, because Jonathan Elliott's a brewer. Bruno Tony's a brewer. Tom Alvarado's a brewer. But there's so many people I know just in North County, they'll buy a set, they'll use it once, and they'll have a shitty batch, and they'll probably spend too much money. They'll do like a Heady Topper clone where it's like 10 hops, which is another beginner mistake. Don't do Heady Topper. Don't do fruit beers. Don't do puree that's $30 or $40. Do a blonde. Throw 1 ounces of hops at 30 minutes. It's a pale ale. Throw in another one at, throw one at 60 and then throw one at 30. Boom, you have an IPA. That's $8 in hops. So what I'm trying to say is that I think most people get Mr. Beer Kits as gifts. I don't think they're like, "Hey, I want to become a brewer. Let's start off with a Mr. Beer Kit." I think most Mr. Beer Kits are Amazon gifts for mothers buying their kids, wives buying their husbands. And the beer sucks. I don't care what anybody says. I did it. I had it at 75 degrees. They recommended it. It wasn't 75. It was probably a little bit lower than that. The beer sucked. I fermented it for 10 days. You don't know what's in it. It's super malty. It tastes like Cheerios. It tastes like Honey Nut Cheerio milk.
Wow.
I never remembered my extract beers tasting that bad. And I think that if you just started out with, a lot of people were saying that they started out with like a Northern Brewer kit for $90 or $100, and certain kits are better than others. Don't buy one with a glass carboy. Just get the plastic bucket. Make sure it's got the stainless steel. It's going to come with all the hydrometers and bells and whistles. Mr. Beer Kit's about $40. It's pretty much a one-time use. You throw it away. The Northern Brewer kit, I think it's about $100, but it comes with a legitimate recipe that's probably $30. If you want to add up a couple ounces of hops, partial mash. It's been a while since I've said that word. But it's a couple pounds of liquid malt extract, and then maybe a couple pounds of grain, and then probably Safe Ale 04, 05. If I was those companies, I'd actually throw in Kveik yeast because you've got more leeway with warmer temperature. But I think if you buy that, you're gonna stick around.
Back off, or
And you're gonna
seriously.
brew longer, because I think there's way too many people that brew with that Mr. Beer Kit, and it's just way too bad of a. It's just way too bad of a first impression. You're going to bottle it with the extract kit too. Bottling sucks. But the Mr. Brewer Kit thing sucks. It sucks. It absolutely sucks.
Come here!
That's all I have to say about that. Do a seltzer. That's dope. I want to get out there, eventually see Fort George. Looks like a killer location. Tom Alvarado, I did my research on kits before brewing, and all the signs pointed toward Northern Brewer. Yeah, I think you either commented that or somebody else did, but it got a bunch of thumbs up and stuff like that. Mr. Beer Kit, it's just like, it's like something you'd buy at a Hot Topic or Spencer's Gifts or something. It's just so gimmicky. Jonathan Elliott, if people hung out with people who brew and already went through the mistakes, they would be more happy brewers. That is my goal when people come over. Absolutely. I mean, that's life. You know, if you knew what you knew now about anything 5 years ago, your job, brewing, YouTube, whatever. I mean, that's, you know, if I knew what I knew now. Clayton Guard, Northern Brewers solid. I went full out brew in a bag and bought a kettle and Big Mouth bubblers. Clayton Gerard, welcome to the Barrage Club. I think he was in the chat of the last video. Artillery Brewed. I started out with the premium Northern Brewer kit. You know what's funny? I'm trying to find my old extract kit online. I don't think they sell it anymore. And other than that, it came with a glass carboy. I think it was $200. You get like the 8-gallon kettle. No, there's no way it was 8 gallons because if it was extract, you don't. How did extract even work?
Back off, war child, seriously.
You pour like 2 gallons of water in, you steep grain, and then you stir in the liquid malt extract, and then you put it so it's super concentrated, and you put it in the carboy, and then you add like 2 more or 3 more gallons of bottled water to dilute it. That's how I remember it working.
Back off, war child.
That's how I remember it working. But hey, we were talking about this on the last stream. I think extract might be making a comeback. I know that Short Circuited Brian's going to make a bunch of videos on it, and back to the whole blind taste contest thing.
Wow.
I would love to do a all grain extract, same batch, sort of. It's kind of hard to do like the exact same batch because you don't really know what's in that. I guess if you did liquid Pilsner malt and then just did all Pilsner grain, that would kind of be the same, I guess. And then do the same yeast, do the same hops, do the same system, do everything the same, and then try to see if like pro brewers or, you know, seasoned home brewers could pick it apart in a blind taste contest. I think that'd be super rad.
Come here!
What am I doing besides not drinking beer? Yo, brewing, what up, Braj? But, you know, I think we got a couple trolls for Mr. Beer Kit. Some guy was right in that, like, yada, 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 yada. I could tell that it was somebody that worked for them. They were really bummed out that I said, don't buy this. At the end of the day, we're not politicians. We're not lobbyists. We're not salesmen. We're organic homebrewers, and not every product is good. And if we do a review and the product sucks, then I'm going to say it sucks, and it sucks. If they're listening right now, we're not going to do any brand deals because your product sucks. And we made that mistake for those who were sticking around for the whole, what was the fermenter? The $200 fermenter, plastic fermenter. Craft a Brew. We made that video. They threw us, I don't know, maybe a couple $100 and a fermenter. We made the video and we vouched for it and yada, yada, yada. And the thing was such a piece of shit. I threw it away within like 2 weeks. So, yeah, it's Catalyst. Yeah, hopeful. That was it. Hey, maybe some people like it. I've talked to Peter about it. I've talked to Genus guys about it. They used it in one of their videos. I was like, that's kind of a bad idea. If people see you using it, they might think you vouched for it. But the thing's a piece of shit. It was leaking. I couldn't get the glass thing off. You know, it's glass connected to it. The whole gimmick is to harvest yeast, to salvage the yeast. And it's like, this is not worth it. You have to use this thing probably like 50 times to break even. It's just not worth it. And the thing about yeast is that homebrewing is all about experimenting. And you're probably not going to be saving too much yeast. I mean, that's a thing that commercial brewers do. They have to. They have to use it for like 10 generations. But, yeah, it just sucked.
Back off, war child, seriously.
Chris, I started with Homebrew for Life. Let's go. Brewing a Cali Vanilla Cream Ale in the morning. Can't wait to see how it's going to turn out. Cali Vanilla Cream Ale. You talking about the Mother Earth one, Bodians Brews? So if anybody wants to, you know, get into brewing, Elementary Brewed in the house. Maybe we get Brian on here tonight. You know what? If Yeast and the Beast is in here, we tried to get you on last Wednesday. And right when everybody was like calling you out to come on here, Yeast and the Beast was nowhere to be found.
Come here.
Beast in the barrage.
Get over here.
Chris Vodka, what's up, brunch?
Come here. Get over here.
All right.
Back off, war child, seriously.
Arrow to the Mead. Check out that channel if anybody's interested. I always like the new YouTubers because they write back to everybody in the comment section and they need the support. And he's got a cool channel. He's all like battle maged out, Dungeons and Dragons Mead, Dragon Mead, long hair, death metal. That's all. I don't know what the hell else stereotypes I'm supposed to say.
Back off, war child, seriously.
But the question we got that I figured was good enough to write down, people that are getting into people that are getting into kegging, graduating from bottling. Do you buy a Keezer or do you buy a keg rater? And this is a very good question because there's not really a right or wrong. There's really not a right or wrong. Keezer or keg rater, both have pros and cons. I don't have anything written down. I'm just going to go, let's do it together. CH, you should make an extract and Kvike fast, cheap, grain glass fid. I should. Danielle, is there a girl in the house? Everybody just be cool. I left because I was pissed I'm a baby. Yes, you are.
Back off, war child, seriously.
Keezers are obviously going to take up more space. You know, fridges are taller. You don't have to worry about, going high. It's the surface area of your garage or your man cave or something like that. Fridges are generally all the same size. Keezers come in, they go by cubic feet. There's like a 5, a 7, 7.2, and then the 10. The 10's the big one. 10's like a restaurant one. I like the keg rater because it's easier to set up for one. I've seen friends make Keezers and stuff like that. And you've got to take the top off. You've got to unscrew it. There's more wood involved. There's not really wood involved for a keg rater unless you're making like a stand to support your beer and your beer weight and stuff like that. Portly gentlemen. All right, someone's got to come on tonight. It's got to be Portly. It's got to be Elementary. It's got to be Beast.
Get over here.
Clayton, make a Keezer. Keezer will save you money. The bummer about the Keezer is that keg rater all day. Easier, bonus freezer. I'm with Yo-Yo Brewing on that. I like my freezer. That's how I cool everything down. Plus, I can put my hops in there. I could put my steaks in there. I put all my frozen fruit in there, my bananas in there, all my smoothie stuff in there. You got the 2-in-1. The Keezer, you got to worry about condensation a little bit more, but you can hold more beer. One of the biggest misconceptions in kegging is that your CO2 tank. Third Coast Hustle. What up, Measy? Take your shirt off. I will, man.
Get over here.
That's my dad, by the way. No, it's my buddy out there in Tallahassee.
Back off, war child, seriously.
The old New Orleans buddy. Keezers, you can hold a lot more beer. And what was I saying? I hate when people put their CO2 tanks in their fridge or in their Keezers. You do not have to do that. CO2 could be in an 80-degree garage. And when you put it in your Keezer or you put it in your keg rater, you are taking up space where beer could be.
Get over here.
I've looked at Keezer and keg rater, and after all is said and done, I think the keg rater will save you money. Yes, I think that's true because I think keg refrigerators are easier to come by. I'm on the prowl for Keezers a lot, but I don't want the small one. I'm pretty particular. I'm with the 7.2, and they are more expensive than used 7.2 Keezers cost more than used refrigerators. That's a generalization. You could score anything on Craigslist if you're, hungry enough, scouring enough. I actually kind of just made a short little video on that. Ryan Carter, I have 6 kegs in my keg rater plus a CO2 tank. 6 kegs in a keg rater? That's not even possible in my fridge. 5 kegs. I could do probably 3. 44 people in here and only 20 likes.
Back off, war child, seriously.
I just fermented an IPA at 90D using Luchikavike, done after 3 days fermenting. Yeast was putting in some work. What's 90D? 90 degrees Fahrenheit?
Back off, war child, seriously.
What's the easiest way to bottle from a keg? I can't answer that. Somebody else in the chat can, though.
Wow.
I usually bottle only when samples on hand, but I have the keg. I do not bottle it at all unless I'm going to just fill up a growler to bring to one of my breweries, my buddy's breweries, so we could drink the beer that they helped make me brew.
Wow.
I believe I use less CO2 when it's cold. That's why I fucking hate this Mr. Beer thing. I can't even drink the beer right now. It made me waste CO2. Today we're going to give the Hoppy Hour a dislike. Todd Porter, I triple dog dare you, man. I'll do it with you. 5 kegs in my Keyser. Yeah, take that CO2 tank out. Who said they put the CO2 tank in there and put in another keg? You do not need CO2 to be cold. Absolutely not.
Get over here!
90 dicks. 90 T? We talking about hops? We talking about cryo hops? We talking about T45, T20? Cryo hops. What are cryo hops? What is cryo hops? Are they worth it? Yes and no. What are cryo hops? Extracted lupulins. Cryo hops. They're liquid nitrogen. They're frozen. They're taken apart. When you're making cryo hops, you're just going after the oil, the lupulin. It looks like kind of looks like pollen. Pollen? Pollen. Kind of looks like pollen. That's what they're going after. And then they just condense it and they put it together. It's pretty much the same way they do THC and stuff like that with marijuana with THC. They're more dense. You know, if you want to buy like Mosaic hops, which is like $3-4 an ounce, they're probably like 12 alpha acid, 10 to 14 or something. If you want Mosaic cryo hops, it's going to be almost twice the price. And they're going to be like 24 alpha acid. So they're just taking more hops. They're taking the extracted oil or resin, whatever word you want to choose. The lupulin, that's the gorgeous thing that gives us the aroma and the flavor and the bitterness. And generally they do cryo hops with IPA hoppy hops. And yeah, they put them together in pellet form and then they sell it to us. A lot of people like them because they think that they soak up less beer. I think that's bullshit. That doesn't make sense to me. They say, because it's pretty much the same weight, right? 1 ounce hops, cryo hops, and 1 ounce cryo hops Mosaic and 1 ounce Mosaic hops. One of them is going to be pretty much almost close to double the dosage. One of them is just going to be regular, which is T90. What is T90? How much hop you can get from a pound of whole cone? How much you're actually extracting from a pound of, you know, what hops look like in their natural form. And the T45 is like kind of like a, there's a lot of weird kind of, it's kind of like weed. But long story short, they freeze it with liquid nitrogen. They pull all the dead weight stuff off. They go after the pollen and they put it together. And it's almost twice the price. Is cryo hops better than non-cryo hops? I don't know. I don't think so. I think it's almost impossible to tell.
Back off, war child, seriously.
Arno, what's up, brunch?
Back off, war
It's
child,
like
seriously.
dabs to flour. Yeah. It's just like the shit that killed Elvis. That's what we're going after. What's weed? Weed is cool. Weed is tight.
Get over here!
Same idea with Lupamax. That's kind of the name of the game. Everyone's like, do you use cryo hops? Do you use hop oil? Do you use hop hash? It's like, not really. I just use hops. I use whatever is available. And I do not think that using regular hops absorbs too much beer. What are we talking? Like less than half an ounce? But there's a lot of internet stuff out there. People write articles just to fill pages. And I get it. Hop extract is where it's at.
Get over here!
Going back to keeping the CO2 tank in the Keyser, does the CO2 get affected by the Keyser or kegerator? Clay, no, it does not have to be cold at all. It does not have to be cold at all.
Get over here!
Put more beer in that Keyser or kegerator.
Wow.
Elementary, are you coming on or what, man? Joseph Schwartz, what do you think about proper stir plate for a yeast starter for regular packs of White Labs yeast for an all grain 5-gallon Mexican lager? I think you should watch our 5-gallon Mexican lager video first and foremost. Proper canned yeast starter. I've never heard of that. As far as stir plates go, you don't need it. Just do your yeast starter when you're home on the weekend one day, and every time you put it in the kitchen or walk by it, just grab it and shake it really fast. You know, every doing laundry or just, you know, go to the bathroom, just shake it, grab it, just manually shake it. I used to do the stir plate stuff, but I don't think it did anything. And just by shaking it every hour or something like that, did the trick. And you'll save $30.
Get over here!
Elementary's dodging the question again. Proper starter wart is not worth it. You heard it from Easton the Barrage. That deserves a...
Say it. M.
No.
B.
Just say it!
C.
I'm with Jonathan Elliott. I started with the stir plate too, and then I went away from it as well. It just, I don't know. I just went away from it for whatever. I was like, maybe I couldn't find the little magnet thing inside of it. It looks like a little pill or whatever. Doing a Radler. You know what? I've acquired the taste of the Radler. I hate grapefruit, but I love grapefruit beer. It's a light beer. It's definitely a lawnmower beer. It's about 3.2%. I love this stuff. It doesn't give you. It's a great social sparkler that doesn't get you hungover. 2.5, to be honest. 2.5. I'll never lie to you guys ever again. I promise. What do we got? Later, Chris. Have a good night, bro. Thanks for coming down. Your seal on your CO2 tank might be compromised if you keep it in a kegerator. The gasket contracts and causes leaks. I need to do a video on checking leaks and stuff like that because I put a serious emphasis on checking leaks and putting on hose clamps and stuff like that. And there's definitely better ways to keg, and and having a leak's a nightmare, because your fridge hums and leaks whistle. So sometimes I have to pull my fridge out to hear that. You hit it with soapy water or star sand and you'll see if there's bubbles. You got issues. Chris Ratty, later boys. I like my $38 in-tap stir plate. Do 3-liter starters with it. Shout out to Chris. Chris, there's no right or wrong. I'm just talking off my experience, man. Thanks for the super chat. Thanks for the support, man. Cheers to you brunch. Grapefruit Radler. I'm going to make a grapefruit Radler. Fridge dries out shit. I mean, at the end of the day, I think that don't utilize the space with a CO2 tank. Put more beer in there. There's only so much beer you can put in there. Utilize it with beer. 2.5 deserves another NBC, artillery channel. I don't know if I'm getting motivated or trolled, but I like it.
Back off, war child. Seriously.
Let's do it. I've got some nitro beers in here. CO2 versus nitrogen in cask. I kind of want to get your guys' take on this whole cask thing because we'll talk about cask in a little bit. CO2. We all know what CO2 is. Do we? CO2 versus nitrogen. Carbon dioxide is a non-flammable gas. That's pretty much in everything. It's in the soda. It's in Diet Coke. It's in beer. It's predominantly in beer. Priming sugar also creates CO2. Priming sugar is for the people that bottle. Priming sugar is pretty much every sugar, but more commonly it's table sugar and dextrose, corn sugar or cane sugar. CO2 is definitely the most common form of beer gas by far. It's an acid. That's why chugging CO2 can be kind of brutal, especially soda. You ever have that kid in junior high growing up that could chug a 2 liter of squirt, warm ass squirt, and it makes you burp. I'm feeling that. I'm on a nitro thing right now. We're getting a nitrogen tank. I'm supposed to get my call back from, I don't know where my card is. but it's taken a long time. But when you're talking about nitrogen, it's a 70-30 split. It's a 70-30 split, and it's more like the bubbles in it are much more like abundant, which means there's a lot more bubbles, which gives it that creamy kind of mouthfeel. And, you know, usually it's used for, what happened to our viewers? What happened? What's going on? Did we get kicked off? What happened over here? Whatever happened? All right, we got a couple thumbs down, so we're chilling. Yeah, nitrogen, it's generally started from like the English styles. We all know Boddingtons and Guinness and stuff like that. Later, John. We're losing the team. Does corn sugar change the flavor at the end of the product, CH? No, it does not. The beer's already been done, unless you're putting too much sugar in there. But if you use the perfect amount, it'll be used as like just to carbonate bottles. Yeah, why did we all get booted? What just happened? Something happened. You pissed off the Mr. Beer guys. That's funny, Beast. Nitrogen's, it's not like an advanced thing. It's just a different thing. And it's tougher to get. You know, sometimes with CO2 tanks, or more often than not, you can just go sub a tank out. You can just go to your local homebrew store if they do gas, or your local, you know, Matheson or Air Gas or whatever is in your city. But YouTube just sent me to PH. They just sent us to Spirit World, man. They just sent it to Spirit World. Yeah, I randomly got an ad. I don't know what's going on. Something just happened, man. It's like the exorcism of YouTube or something. All that age-restricted bullshit, too. They're flagging all my videos. I've got to appeal every single one of them. The 2 downvotes are the Mr. Beer guys. That's cool. That's cool. We'll live to tell about it. But nitrogen's tougher to get. It's definitely more for the malty beers, for the stouts, the porters, cream ales. There's not... I was thinking about this today. There's only one beer in San Diego that I know that does nitro in a can. A lot of people have it on draft. A lot of people... I'm one of the downvotes. Shout out to Todd Porter, man. That's cool, man. Why is there commercials popping up now? We're all ass backwards, man. Johnny Damon's pissed off. Something's going on. I'm one of the downvotes. The only beer that I know that's outside of Boddington's or Guinness that does nitrogen in a can is Mother Earth's Cali Creamin' on nitro. And if you think about it, people that are, you know, trying to... No, they make good beer. They make good enough beer. But the people that are trying to open up breweries and you're trying to figure out, you know, do I do 12-ounce cans or 16-ounce cans? I have no idea how putting those little nitrogen capsules, or I guess it's, you know, the beer gas capsules, 70% nitrogen, 30% CO2 in each one of those cans. But obviously it takes up space, so you're losing a sip of beer. You know, I think that's why in the English style it was like 19.2 or 16.9 or something. But I think for Mother Earth, I think it's 16 ounces. So you're losing a little bit of beer.
Get over here!
Yada, yada, yada. But I would imagine it's very expensive. I would imagine it's very expensive. And like I said, I tried to get a nitrogen tank on Monday. I went into Matheson in San Marcos, and they were such dicks to me. And I was the only customer in there, and they're like, I was like, hey man, like, how's your day? What's going on? He's like, wait, how's my day? Every day's the same. I'm like, all right, man, take it easy. Like, I'm just trying to fill up some nitrogen and be on out of here. And I've never done this before. I've never had it as a home brewer. I've just worked with it as at a commercial brewery, which again is the same shit. And he was like, well, it's got to go out to Rancho Cucamonga. It's a new tank, and we can't have it back within a couple weeks. And I'm like, no, we got shitty YouTube videos to shoot, Brush. We gotta put some content out. So I took off, and I don't have a phone. I'm on like day 28 without a phone, and I came home, and I Googled their competitor, which is Air Gas, and there were 2 more streets down. That's the only time of me not having a smartphone has it backfired. So the next day I go down to Air Gas, and they're super cool, and they actually like fill it up from there, and they're just like, you know what? We have to do the beer gas stuff, the 70-30. we can't just do one tank at a time, especially not my tank. It's a 5-pounder, which means it's really like, you know, the shell's probably, I don't know, 25 pounds. But 5 pounds of gas goes in there. When you're talking about 5 pounds or 20 pounds, you're talking about the weight of the gas. You're not talking about the actual cylinder. And they were cool, and they were like, you got to pick it up on Friday. We got to do like 20 of them at a time for it to be worth it. You know, mixing gas is like no joke, I guess. I know nothing about this, nor do I pretend to. But they quoted me $52, and I was like, damn, that's about $10 a pound. But we've got videos to make, and we got a little discount from Northern Brewer. They sent us a great one. You know, nitrogen's different. You know, the tank is different. You can use like adapters for your regulator and stuff like that. But when you're pouring nitrogen, you pour it at like 25 psi at 30. So the gauge is going to be different. You might as well just get the new regulator. And then obviously the faucet's different. Anybody who's ever seen a nitrogen tap handle, I think they're like $100.
Get over here!
I think they're $100.
Wow.
So you've got to kind of go all in, and we got ours for a couple bucks off, but they're around $300 on Northern Brewer or Ventures in Brewing or something like that. But I'm excited to do nitrogen. I'd be more excited if it was winter, because winter, you know, it's stout, brown ale season. But Delodius, what up, you brunch?
Come here!
But I can't get it till Friday. Me and Maury were supposed to shoot on Tuesday. I can only really get Maury on Sundays. Yeah, nitrogen taps are $100. Yeah. That's why we did the video, or I made the video like the most sought after homebrew items on Craigslist. And yeah, that's up there. It's very rare to see a nitrogen setup. Like you'll see the tank sometimes, but it's not going to come with the regulator, or definitely not the faucet. And if you do, try to score that shit for $100 and you'll be coming up in the world.
Back off, war child, seriously.
Just get the Nuka tap or inner tap with the changeable nozzles. That's why we're doing the chat, because I know nothing about this. Shout out to Hopeful Brewing. I'd love to do the pumpkin sparkle beer on nitro. I'd be super down for a good pumpkin beer on nitro. What would be the worst beer to have on nitro? West Coast IPA.
Back off, war child, seriously.
Just mix in like sweet and sour. Intermap is tight. Shout out to Yo-Yo Brewing. Anybody want to come on? Jonathan Elliott?
Back off, war child, seriously.
Delonius, Yeast in the Barrage? Never heard of Intertap, but I'll put that on the radar, Barrage. Does nitro affect the taste? Absolutely. For instance, Bud Light CO2 versus Bud Light Nitro, would there be a taste difference? 110%. Yeah. CO2 by nature is acid. So it's going to hit your tongue touch receptors differently. And CO2 kind of just creates that like burning effect. Nitrogen, there's way more bubbles, but they're way smaller. And it's got, you know, that thicker and foamier head on it, and that's what creates that creamy vibe to it. That's why it works so well with malty beers.
Come here!
Nitro wheat, that's not a bad idea. That's not a bad idea. Later, elementary. Later, Barrage.
Wow.
Jonathan Elliott, fire one up, man. Let's do an NBC, you brunch.
Back off, war child, seriously.
I don't know. I know he's got some news. He's kind of in the Brewmill Tony story. I do not know how far along we should be talking about something like that. CH, I'd love to come on, but my wife is on an international conference call, and I can't hog that much bandwidth. Definitely don't do that. Nuka taps are pretty good. I will look that up right after I do something. Let me get light beer. Let's do it, Brush. Jonathan Elliott, he's going through the process right now of CH sending you some brews tomorrow. Shout out to Boding's Brews, man. Thanks for supporting the channel. And again, thank you to everybody who watched the last Mr. Beer video. That's finally, we're getting some shine. Shout out Carbon 4. Sounds like a video game for PS1. Uh-oh, something happened. Who is talking shit? Who is talking shit? Martino Homebrew. Nice, man. Thank you for supporting, Braj. Nobody puts their face in the picture, so it looks like it's just me taking it every time. But I love you for it. We'll do it that way. Yeah, either way. I mean, that was kind of all the stuff I've got written down. We could just keep the chat going. We could just do a 40-minute NBC, see what happens. Nuka Tap has superseded the Inner Tap. All right, let's look up. Let's look up Nuka Tap. Oh, this one. Oh, okay. Yeah. Here. I don't know if it's gonna fit. Let's do a little bit.ly. Yeah, this is pretty much what every commercial brewery has. I still have the cheap $20 ones on my kegerator, which sucks because they get stuck a little bit, but you know what? I got a nitro beer. What's up, Dad? What's up, Pops? Pops is in the house. What up, Braj? Braj Lord Pops. Jonathan, oh, you can cruise on. My dad wants to cruise on. I'm going to make a White Claw with Kvike this weekend. That's what I did. That was my last hard seltzer I ever made. And I feel like I retired that video. I made 5 hard seltzers, and the last one came out the best with Lutra Kvike. It was the only one that was like clear for the most part. And we made a video of it, and it worked out really well. Have you ever used Beer Machine? I saw those things were going crazy in the UK because people missed the pub. Beer Machine. No, but I know Trent just got something. He's working with a brand right now. It's like one of the $600 beer kits where it's like coffee, like all in one. Just press the button, and I think that those always kind of flare out. Beer Machine. 900 bucks. No. Oh man, here we go again. The Beer Machine Model 200. I hate these things with all my heart. Here's the Beer Machine. If this is what Joseph's talking about. Got no price. Looks like Mr. Beer Kit. Here we go. Already adding like pale ale, all in one, everything. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, Beer Droid. Somebody asked us if we could do a Beer Droid video. It's $500 on Amazon. I don't like these things at all, man. Everyone's trying to get like the get rich quick beer drink like it's coffee or something. Coffee works because you're pretty much just mashing. There's no fermentation involved. All coffee and tea is, you're just mashing. You're just hitting it with hot water to get what you want. Beer Maker Automated, $600. 5-star, 1 review. Something tells me it's the owner that left that review. Beer Droid, 4 stars, 70 reviews, $461. Yeah, I don't like this stuff. I can't stand this shit. Oh, check this out, though. Okay, here's a little bit cheaper. Here's kind of what we were talking about. Wait. Okay, so here's... We go to Bitly again. Is Bitly free? All right. This is kind of what we talked about in the beginning, but it's got, I think it's got threads. It's got screws. $38.99, Amazon Prime. Beer cake dispenser, stainless steel, double ball lock. Double ball lock. Does it have a PRV valve? Yeah, sort of. That's the wackest PRV valve I've ever seen. But no, I like the other one better. I don't know. I don't think anybody knows. What up, Dominic? Morgenstern. Beer engine. You're talking about for casks? Yeah, beer engines for casks. I guess casks are kind of a thing of the past, but it's kind of like that champagne vibe where you still let it kind of like ferment / bottle condition, like in, you know, it's a wooden barrel that you serve it from. Champagne used to be kind of like that back in the day. You know, there's so much activity going on, and they just put it in the cellar, and then, you know, you take the champagne and you put it at like a 45-degree angle, and it creates more flavor, more CO2, yada, yada, yada. Cask is like that. A lot of people talk about cask. It's like the only real ale. It's the, you know, it's what the pirates used to drink. It's the only real beer. Everything's natural. As long as it's not too expensive and it tastes okay, sure. But, you know, if I got to go out of my way to drive an hour to drink it in some, you know, London Dungeon Underground, and it tastes like uncarbonated barrel-aged shit beer, I'm going to be pissed.
Get over here!
Cask is marketing, in my opinion. The thing about cask is, like, I don't even think it's around anymore. I think it's just, it was so inconsistent, and there's so much probably spoiled beer. It's like, hey man, let's just put it in a keg. But there's people that swear by cask beers, and they call it like the best beer on draft, and it's the only real pour. It's the only real ale, and I don't agree with any of that shit at all.
Come here!
I've only had a couple cask beers, and it just tasted like Boddington's. It just tasted like cream ale. I don't know. You can't be consistent. Each iteration that you ferment will change the makeup. I'm with Itzrek. I'm with Robert. I waited a long time to pick my hops. Anyone know what type of potential off flavors you get from overripe hops? I've never grown hops, Hopeful Brewing. I watched that video on Clawhammer.
Wow.
I watched the video on Ross doing hops, and he was actually kind of getting some trolls in the comment section. But not that that means anything. But I know nothing about it except that they grow up and they like vines, unless it's from New Mexico, like Frank Zappa hops. Neo Mexicanus.
Get over here!
It's not too many places to grow high in the desert. You grow like a brush.
Get over here!
It takes 50 brews to make the best New England IPA. That's exactly right.
Say it. M. No. B.
Just say it!
C.
Kurt Pick, Dilly Dilly. Oh, what's going on, Kurt Pick? Shit, Kurt Pick's in the house, man. That means life's good. All right, I got a nitro beer right here. We got a nitro beer right here. Pizza Port has a cask back there. I think it's just for show, though. It looks like a barrel. It looks like some Pirates of the Caribbean shit. What's up, Raj? Kurt, hope you're doing well, you brunch. I'm halfway in the bag, and I have to read drunkenly to my 6-year-old and put him to bed. That sounds like some serious effort, man. That sounds like some serious multitasking. But all you have to do is believe, Clayton. All you have to do is believe. Gonna have a half glass. Gonna have a, what did Arno say? We're drinking whiskey and reading children's stories to 6-year-olds. Sounds like a Homebrew for Life video. Gonna have a glass of whiskey with you, Brages, then cruise out. Flying back to Cali and got a bunch of work beforehand. All right, Arno, we'll do this one. This one's for you, Braj. Bellhaven Black Scottish Stout from Scotland. On Nitro. Dawson's Creek theme song. I'm drinking a German smoked sour. That sounds delicious. I need to do a kettle sour. I haven't done one this year. Whoa! Fire in the hole. It's ready. I need to do another kettle sour. Oh, something happened. Somebody posted something in the Discord. It was talking about... Here we go. I know you're supposed to like dunk it the whole way, but we're not doing that. Let that settle out. Somebody posted to the Discord, and again, there's the Discord. Oh, that looks good. It's like a reverse, like, avalanche or something. Somebody posted to the Discord. If somebody wants to go over there and refresh my memory. There was the first commercial Philly sour yeast beer, and we were talking about it. And because the one I brewed, yeah, it looks good. I mean, it pretty much looks exactly like. We're talking about nitro tonight. Here's nitro. Nitrogen. 70-30 nitrogen to carbon dioxide, aka beer gas. It's fucking delicious. Just from going from like, you know, I think this is my 4th beer, going from CO2, going from a Radler, going from tart to creamy or something like this. It's so damn good. 4.2%. So it's kind of a lawnmower beer. Very English style, very English ABV. This is a great beer. This is a great beer. Hey, check it out. There's no capsule in here. There's no capsule in here. I thought it had to have a little capsule to be nitrogen in a can. The more you know.
Get over here!
All right, we're coming back down. Good NBC beer, yeah. Oh, yeah. My next step is nitro and stouts. Me too. Again, we're going to be doing a bunch of nitro beers. We're doing the maple bacon beer. I'm super stoked for that. We got to get weird with that. We got to do a bunch of slow motion stuff. Me force feeding Maury bacon or beer chugging some weird shit from the roof. Something crazy. Put it all in slow motion. Play the Sister Act 2 soundtrack behind it. See what happens. Joey Jakubiak. CH, what's up, Brosh? What's going on, man? Cheers from San Diego. Anybody outside of America here tonight? Last week we had some people from Singapore and I think Australia. This is a better tasting Guinness. That's good. I recommend that beer. What's it called? Bellhaven Black. Bellhaven Black. Chalky White just joined CH. Cheers from New Zealand. Right on, man. Cheers from San Diego. Dilly dilly, Chalky White. New Zealand in the house. Bellhaven Black on Nitro. Joseph Hyde.
Get over here!
Back off, war child, seriously.
Is this my buddy over here? All right. Wants to meet me for a drink. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. We got trouble in the house. We got trouble in the house. We got trouble in the house. Super chat. For no roommates, playing 18 holes of golf with just the putter. My dad is, I don't know if he's still in here, but I have to play golf with my dad. And Bodine's Brews, that will go to that. Cheers to you, Braj. Cheers to all you guys in here right now. Much love, Bodine's Brews. Thanks for the super chat. Rock and roll, baby. I've got another Radler in here. I'm going to make a Radler. I prefer the Radler, the grapefruit stuff, over the Shandies. And I'm going to do one, so we're going to see how it works. And good summertime beer. It gets really hot where we are in September. It gets too hot. That's why you got to buy your fans now if you can even get them.
Get over here!
Buy your heaters now, too, because it's the best time to get them. Because come late November, December, they're all going to be sold out. Oh, should we do a real NBC? Joseph Hyde, should we do a real NBC? Nitro only works in multi beers for me. Nitro doesn't get that carbonic acid going, and beers with extra acid from roasted malts end up tasting flat. You could adjust acid, I guess, though. I mean, that's kind of like the nature of it. I mean, everything that's commercially in circulation on Nitro, they're all malty beers. You know, Cali Creamin', vanilla extract cream ale. I think they do it with the peanut butter stout at Belching Beaver.
Back off, war child, seriously.
Just grab the pills, add grapefruit, 1 to 3, bingo. I think Kurt Pick is on to something. I think Kurt Pick is very on to something.
Back off, war child, seriously.
54 people, tonight's record. Cheers to you guys. I got to get short-circuited on again. Talk about some of his stuff. Short-circuited did a good video on, he's got the Blickman stuff. Joseph Hyde, man. Joseph Hyde, man. NBC? All right, here we go. This one's for Joseph Ide, man. He deserves this. Bodines Brews, thank you. Cheers to Joseph. Let's light this crowd candle. We're going to do it straight up. Everybody, whatever you got in front of you. Dom Perignon, 1800. To simpler times. To the blood of our enemies. I am an Anvil Foundry guy. I am too.
Say it. M.
No.
B.
Just say it!
C.
Joey Kubiak, thank you for the super chat. That was a good one. Yeah, Nitro beers are without question the easiest beers to put down, by far. That was too easy. Remember those Lipton Brisk sodas growing up? There was like the easiest things you could ever drink because there was no CO2 in it. Maybe a little bit, but anybody know what I'm talking about? It was like the Frank Sinatra Clay commercials. That's Bruce, baby. It was always Frank Sinatra or Rocky in black and white. You could drink those Lipton Brisk iced teas in a can like nothing because it wasn't CO2.
Get over here!
All right, we're doing another Radler. Yeah, Kurt, pick, you're right. Like, just add grapefruit to the lightest beer you could imagine. Jorge Castro is in the house. Shout out to Jorge. Thank you for... are you going to like this, Jorge? Shout out to Jorge. He was on last, I believe, Wednesday night. He's out there in Puerto Rico. Check it out, Brush. I got some mail today from Puerto Rico, and I thought it was you. And it was not you. It's, I got a letter. It says, you rock. Sticker trade. I don't have stickers. From, sunny Puerto Rico. From, Garabato Brewhouse. Garabato Brewhouse. Right here. San Juanita. Bam on Puerto Rico. So, pretty cool stuff. All right, let me keep up with the chat. Joey Jakubiak, thank you, man. Cheers from Idaho. Cheers from San Diego, man. Rock and roll. This one's for you. This one's for you, Joseph, Bodines, and everybody who's in here right now. Let's light this crowd candle. All right. Drunken Mario Kart is still on hold. I don't know why. It just is. We're putting out YouTube shorts, yada, yada, yada. That's Bruce, baby. Dave Dempster knows what's up. That's Bruce, baby. I'm going to steal the clip from that now. That's Bruce, baby. East and the Beast. Yeah. Jorge Castro. Brisk Iced Tea had the best commercials. Jonathan Elliott, without question. Sometimes I watch YouTube videos of just like 90s commercials. I'm like, whoa, like that was so crazy. Like I can't believe McDonald's did that. That was kind of weird, kind of edgy. But the 90s were the best. Is Brisk even still around, Joseph? Chalky White, Dominion Breweries here in New Zealand. One of the two big boys tried to trademark Radler a couple years ago. They got shot down in flames. Yeah, Radler's like been in Germany for thousands of years.
Back off, war child, seriously.
Kurt Pick, what's up, Jorge? I think that's Gabe. He's here. He's on here most of the time. Oh, yeah? Shout out to Gabe. I don't know. They didn't leave me a name. Garabato? Big shout out to Gabe. Even if it's not him, man. This one's a little bit delayed. Clay Gerard. I'm 36. I feel old. Everything was awesome in the 90s. It was. And I haven't had a cell phone in almost 30 days now, and I feel like I'm back in the 90s. And I love it, man. I love it. I love it.
Wow.
Arizona Tea is my jam. Are they even still around?
Back off, war child, seriously.
The 90s, man. The 90s, man. No technology besides Super Nintendo, maybe PlayStation 1, television. Trying to hang out with friends, riding your bike to like 3 different bike jumps just to see if somebody was there that you recognize you could hang out with. I feel like in the 90s I was always thirsty. Everywhere we go, we'd have to like, I don't know. from La Costa and Encinitas, you know, remember taking everyone's sprinkler heads off and drinking the water out of it. That was a good time, man. And it was safe, you know. It wasn't like it was the Holocaust or slavery or, you know, the Vietnam War draft or anything like that. I mean, there was really nothing going on. Desert Storm War, but that was like, you know, wasn't too much going on with that. 90s was the shit.
Get over here!
Water Hose Seltzer. It's a good name for a beer.
Wow.
All right, here we go. Well, the 60s were the shit, but you had to deal with the Vietnam War. All my dad's buddies were talking about, like, you know, how to dodge the draft and shit like that. That's some heavy shit, man. Can you imagine kids nowadays being forced to go to war? We get fucking smoked. Here's the Radler. Oh, I don't know about kids nowadays, man. Soft times make soft people. But that's all I have to say about that. Everyone's crippled by technology. My dad was in Vietnam. Yeah, I remember you telling me about that downtown. 80s kids definitely had to deal with that. ColecoVision, Artillery Channel, I have no idea what that means. Drugs, mental illness. I like them both. That sounds like an Ozzy Osbourne quote or a Lemmy quote.
Back off, war child, seriously.
Shout out to Bodine's Brews, man. Thank you for your service. And I'm trying not to say anything disrespectful about how it was just, you know, kind of a glimpse in American history. But my uncle was in it too, man. I was in Desert Storm and spent 13 months in Saudi Arabia. Shout out to Bodine's Brews for his being a veteran.
Wow.
These millennials have it good, man. These millennials have it good. I think I'm on paper a millennial.
Get over here!
Coleco was a gaming console in the 80s. That was before my time. I got into Nintendo at Nintendo, probably like 1989.
Wow.
Get over here!
Jorge, you want to come on for a beer? Jonathan Elliott stood me up. Yeast and the Beast stood me up. Elementary Brian stood me up.
Back off, war child, seriously.
Yeah, Kurt Pick knows what's up, man.
Wow.
Shout out to Bodine's Brews, man. We're going to do a quick, not an NBC, but we're going to cheers to you. My uncle was in Desert Storm. I remember being a little kid playing Contra, coming back. He was like, that was me, that was me. I was like, Uncle Dave, Uncle Dave.
Get over here!
Jonathan Elliott, how do you get on? You get on Discord and you send me a video request.
Wow.
I don't think my buddy wants to chill. I think we're chilling.
Get over here!
I think we're chilling. Jonathan Elliott is here. I know. He's playing goofball shit.
Get over here!
Pony Pasture in the house. NH, just dry hop my first West Coast and the hops immediately danked to the bottom. Was this a result of less hop efficiency? I don't know. Maybe the chat can answer that. I do not know. Can somebody help him out with that? Sank to the bottom. Sank to the bottom. Shout out to Pony Pasture, man. He's the barrage out there in the East Coast. East Coast, it's 10:22. That's Puerto Rico. That's Jorge Castro. That's Pony Pasture. Much love. Dave Dempster. Nope, all good. Now I know. I think you just have heavy ups. All right, here he comes. Let's bring him in, man. Oh, hello, good looking. What you got cooking? Can you hear me?
I can hear you. Yeah. I just need to turn down my my laptop here.
Turn down your porn. All right, I'm gonna pull you in, Brush. Here we go. Let me go to Jonathan Elliott.
Down my laptop here. Turn down your porn. All right, I'm gonna pull you in, bro.
Turn up your porn. Turn them shits
Turn up my porn.
Turn up your porn.
Jonathan Elliott.
How come it's not working? Here we go. Oh, is that all I get? Oh, okay, here we go. Can you hear me now? 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 How many fingers am I holding up, Pepe? I remember we're going to go this way. How's that? What up, good looking? Santa? Santa rap? Let me go up here. Pony Pastures, CH1 love for all the barrages out there. The land of the homebrew. Pony Pastures, always showing love and support. And thank you, man. Jonathan, can we hear you? Beard looks good.
30.
Beard looks good, Braj. Beard looks great. You got it rocking and rolling, man. All right, we're right here. Thank you, Pony. Cheers, man. Thank you for the super chat. Much love, Braj. It's coming in right here. Can you guys hear Jonathan? Is he paying his internet bill? What's going on? Hello, hello, hello.
Looks like I'm frozen on YouTube.
I set it to low latency. That's on you, man. You got to pay your internet bill. John, what's up, Braj? Good to see you.
Well, I'm on my phone.
Oh, yeah. You want to be connected to Ethernet.
Yeah, I'm not that high tech.
I'll shut up. You say a couple words. You want to explain yourself and talk about battery, or is that kind of hush hush?
No, it's not a hush hush. You know, it's like I explained when we were in San Diego. I mean, it's the building. Really has nothing to do with, you know, us and what Eric and I are trying to do. I mean, we're still buying equipment. People are still giving us products. Like there was a bar the other day that just gave me a whole bunch of glassware, you know, for us to get started. So, I mean, the community is still in support. I think Eric and I are we'll go wherever we have to go to make it happen. Like there's no rush, especially with things going on right now with like COVID. And, you know, the bar that I work at right now just shut down because no one's who are getting COVID. So
that sucks, man. I'm sorry. Yeah, I can hear you. It's kind of a little bit glitchy, but it's coming through. You want to do a little recap where you're from? This is Jonathan Elliott, by the way, for those who are putting the face with the screen name together. We became friends a couple months ago. He came down, and him and Eric are from...
Get over here!
Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now?
see,
You're kind of coming in. You're kind of coming out.
I can hear you.
All right. Do a little intro for yourself. I'm going to go hit the head and let them know where you're from and, like, how long you've been brewing, yada, yada, yada. There you go. John, hold it down.
So I've been brewing for about 10 years. Been a bartender for almost 20 years. So I have been in the industry for a while. When I got into craft beer, it was, you know, because I was going to a bottle shop and then drinking beer. And at some point in time, I decided like, hey, I can do this. So I bought like a beer kit and didn't really like the beer that I made, but continued to stick with it. Then I worked for a couple of breweries, not as a brewer, but just drinking beer, you know, picking brewers' knowledge. So to the point where it got to, after so many years of brewing, it was like I was a recipe development guy, you know, and so it was very hard for me to get a professional brewing job when, you know, when you go and you try to apply, you know, to, you know, a brewery and you're a home brewer, it makes it very difficult sometimes, especially when you have your own recipes and yada, yada, yada. And you have your own opinions and information about how beer should taste and so on and so forth. But I wish I could hear myself on the screen here. I can't.
You sound good. Sounds good.
Get over here!
So I'm coming in good.
Yeah, you're coming in fine.
So Eric Lane and I, you know, we would watch football and brew beer at his house, and it was what we did. And because of Eric, it opened up an opportunity because a big brewery, you know, in Astoria, they weren't utilizing their pilot system as much as they wanted to use. You know, I mean, Bowie makes great beers. You know, they play it kind of safe, you know, sometimes with their beers, they don't experiment. And then the owner of the Bowie beer stopped in when Eric was bartending, and Eric made a comment like, "Hey, you my friend. He's been doing this for a while. He's passionate about it." And then so Eric and I got to sit down and meet with the owner of Bowie Beer in Astoria. And then I was able to make one of my double IPA recipes for them. And when it got out, they kind of let me distribute the beer as well too. So I got to put it in, key select, locations. And it just opened up some doors and opportunity for Eric and I to get, our name out there. So the first time that we tried to, start our brewery, it just kind of, fell apart. We had a location, we had business owners, other partners, and it just, some partners didn't share the same vision that, Eric and I had. And so we just immediately disbanded it. And then Eric and I decided to branch out on ourselves, and we decided we met a great building owner that allowed us to go into a building and be sort of rent free. It's kind of what you need when you don't have a lot of startup money. You need a building owner to just be like, okay, I believe in your vision. I like your idea. And like, we need free rent. And when we run out of money, please don't kick us out, type of deal. And he was a great guy, but I don't think anybody understood, that this 100-year-old building that was just covered up with shoddy jobs, the last 100 years. And so when you get a building official in there that comes in and takes a look at it, they're like, yeah, no, we want to condemn it. We want to kick all the residents out of this building. And so that's where we're at right now. If all that makes sense.
Yeah, no, I know the story. And really quick shout out to Pony Pasture. He lost a friend today. So I see what's going on, catching up with the chat right now. Just quick little shout out to Pony Pasture and send our condolences. And, I think everybody's at some point in their life gone through a friend or family member who took their own life. And it's not trying to, ultimate interest, segue out of left field, but yeah, it's
well, I lost my bartender friend, when I was down there, and
it's a heavy mind fuck. Yeah, it's a super heavy mind fuck.
Come here.
So, Pony, I hope
especially when they're 20 years old.
Yeah, you were in San Diego when your buddy passed away. That was fucking heavy shit.
Yeah.
Pony, shout out, man. I know what you're going through. Trust me, I do. And it does get easier. Trust me, it does get easier. But I'm really sorry to hear of your unfortunate loss, man.
Yeah. Sorry, Pony.
Sorry,
Time
Pony.
heals.
Time does heal. It definitely does, man. And I'm going to leave it at that, because we could keep going down this road, and we've all, again, everybody in here knows somebody that's close or family or friend or something like that. But again, Pony, I'm sorry, man. I wish you well, brother. I wish you well, man. And again, you're always one of the homies supporting the channel. A lot of you guys are. You guys are all, we're all beer community, but there's a community within Homebrew for Life that kind of keeps and producing and gets us going, and the channel makes a little money. And I can throw it around to Maury and Kevin and people who film. And Pony's one of the guys that, supports the channel through and through. So I don't know what else to say, but thank you, and I'm sorry.
Back off, war child, seriously.
Yeast in the Beast. So how about them Rogers? I don't know. The Padres probably got smoked. But Jonathan, what are you drinking, Barrage?
So I'm drinking that IPA that I finally just canned that I brought down there when we were in San Diego.
Was that the one I liked the best?
Get over here.
Probably.
I mean,
my light pseudo lager.
By the time we were kind of done, Brewmill Tony was driving me out of there, and I just remember like being in his little Volkswagen GT or hatchback Jetta or whatever the hell he had, and
We were Spirit World at
We
about
were
that
in
point
Spirit
time.
World, and I'm glad that Tony stayed sober the second half of the thing to get me out of there, because North County and downtown is kind of a mission.
Dude,
I'll-
look at the photograph
Fucking
of us. I'm
Pony.
like,
Pony Pasture, stop donating to the chat. I'm serious this time. I'm not saying this as reverse psychology or anything. Like, dude, thank you, but stop. Thank you, but stop. Brewmill Tony's still here. Yeah, we were playing like Rammstein and Nirvana on repeat, and I'm just looking at his tape deck, and the Jetta has, or the Volkswagen, they're all like neon green, or you feel like you're in like or pink or red, like all the lighting and stuff. Like you feel like you're in a club or something, and that was fun. I'll always remember that. I'll always remember
definitely has interesting taste in music.
This is for
some of
Pony
it's really-
Pasture. Just we're doing a cheers for Pony, man. To better days ahead. Yeah, Rammstein and Nirvana. Rammstein and Nirvana. That was a wild weekend, man. That was going to the. We got to run it back. When we went to when we
for a
did
festival of the dark arts, Fort George. Let's rent an Airbnb.
How far's Fort George from you?
Like 20 minutes.
Oh, it's right there. No, I know we've hit on these things. Get over here. No, your place is killer, man. Check out I don't know how we could do it, but he lives on it's not a peninsula. What do we call it?
I live on.
Yeah, show us your backyard. We hit golf balls. We don't. I haven't yet, but we got to do it.
I still have not hit that goddamn bird. Let me go out there.
What does it take to get over that? About 150 yards?
No, it's probably like, shit, I would say maybe 100 yards.
Oh, I could do it.
Maybe.
I could do it with a gap wedge.
Yeah, but I think it's better to just pitch and putt with a
There's my cat.
7-iron.
There's the bambos.
It's gonna get bright real quick right here.
Let's see what you got, man. Show us the pad. Here, I'll pull it up. Here, I'll make it real. Check this out. Let's go to.
So that goddamn bird's out there on that log. And I'll let you all see a pic of that.
This isn't gonna work that well.
That's that bird. There's some seagulls taking a shit.
I see that.
Where I go out there to crab.
There you go.
That's Tillamook Red.
It's killer, bro.
Probably losing. There's
Dude.
the ocean.
Dude, it is light
Somewhere.
out there, man. It is super light out there.
Dude, it was 80 some degrees here today.
Damn. Yeah, like it's pretty much dark where I'm at. Kind of, sorta. I mean, it's the sun sets down, but you look like it's 6:30 our time there.
Well, there's the sun. Well, yeah, it's pretty bright out and still pretty warm outside.
So this is how I have to pull it in. I make it like this. Tony Alvarado, Tom Alvarado, sick pad barrage. It is a killer pad. Yeast and the barrage. Can I make it bigger than this? Not really.
That's what she said.
All right, you're back. Where's Eric Lane tonight? What's he doing? Where's your business partner?
Oh, I know. He's probably fucking doing some golf or something like that, or
Jerking off the
Maybe
thumb in
he's
his
open.
butt.
yeah, that's how he likes it with his little Thor hammer.
Yep. All right, let me do it this way. There it is. All right, we're back to normal, sort of. John, can you do one more beer?
Yeah,
All right, let's do it.
I can do several more beers and more whiskey.
Are you
You know
doing?
how I drink.
You got whiskey? All right, here. Let me. All right.
I can't believe how good my beard looks in this fucking video.
You're getting some trolls, man. People are saying Santa and shit, but it's all good fun.
I will be one day. One day I will be Santa.
All right, now I'm gonna go to this. Nope.
Jorge Castro, I live in Seaside, Oregon.
All right, I don't know how I had it before, but this is as good as we're gonna get. Let me go to. Can you see yourself? No. See, that's the end.
Yeah,
of
I
it.
can see you.
You can see yourself. There it is. All right, now we're back to normal. All right. All right, I'm gonna crack another hazy. All right, who's got questions for anybody that wants to know what it's like to try to start a brewery? Joseph Hyatt says, hell yeah with that whiskey.
I can tell you what to do and what not to do. Don't find a 100-year-old building. Thank you, Yeast.
I mean,
Love it.
you guys are pot committed. It has to be with this building at this point. You can't backtrack.
No, well, we're not committed to that building. Right now, the building, like we'd said when we were down there, is pretty much just a storage unit.
Is it like an old brick building? How I'm playing it out through my head, like downtown
It's not
San
that
Diego.
it's brick. No, it's not that it's brick. It's just used to be like an old grocery. So think like a 1920s grocery store. You know, big 8-foot windows up front, right? And then the apartments upstairs is what screws us over. So the only way to unscrew us is get rid of the tenants, and then we just get rid of the apartments upstairs. But the apartments are what is paying for the building for the building owner.
Right.
So now it was when we went in there and we removed the ceiling tiles, that was from the drop ceiling. It exposed that there was no lateral support, in the event of a Cascadia subduction zone earthquake.
Sure.
Right. So when the new building official goes in there and he takes a look at it, and he's just like, yeah, no, this whole building has to be re-engineered. And so Eric and I hired an engineer to come down and take a look at it. And he's just like, it doesn't make sense to re-engineer this building. It makes more sense to knock it down and then build up on it.
You got a question, by the way.
What was it?
What's the best brew system to start with? How many barrels? From Ryan Poole.
Ryan Poole, the best beer.
I think it depends where you're at. Like Jorge Castro's on an island. He's got a 3-barrel. I would imagine, like you don't need a 10-barrel system. I would think. I don't know. But in San Diego, you would probably need a 7. I think it's based off location. What about you guys?
So it just depends on how many barrels of beer you want to make and then
Eric
sell.
Lane.
Okay, so when I wrote my business plan, and when I researched other, there's a lot of companies, here in Portland, Oregon, that make brewery systems, and so really a 1-barrel system is all you need if you just want to brew beer for your location and have a couple other spots. You don't need a big system.
1 barrel? I couldn't agree with you less on that, but I want to hear this.
So, and here's the reason why. It was the 1 barrel. I could make 150 barrels of beer on a 1-barrel system, and having a 4-day brew schedule and double batch on those days. Okay.
Are you going to brew it, or you got to factor in labor? Because the smaller the system, the more you have to brew.
Back off, war child.
Yeah,
Seriously.
just me brewing.
All right.
So, because Eric and I know enough people in the beer community, it'd be one of those things where we could probably get on.
Wow.
And maybe do a collaboration with Bowie or Fort George or Seaside Brewing or Public Coast, where we can get do a bigger batch of beer, so we don't have to brew that much often.
Get over here!
Just like in San Diego here, I mean, the beers that we'd be brewing most of the time would be IPA, double IPA, hazy IPA, and an imperial stout or some sort of stout. I mean, those are the beer styles that are huge up here. So we'd always have to double down on those beers. So if we had, a brewery that would allow us to, collab and make a beer, it would alleviate some of the stress. And then as well as, because I've been a bartender for so long, like we were going to implement, alcohol. So if as long as you have the alcohol, the wine, and then the beer, we don't have to produce as much beer. So, in my opinion,
Understood. What's your biggest, like, if somebody was going to hear where you guys were from Astoria on the west side of Oregon, what would be the biggest beer that we would see from your part of town in circulation in a 6-pack or a 4-pack?
It's weird, and you might have to ask Eric the same question. Is I'm an IPA guy. I mean, like I say, like I think IPA is like the new domestic style beer. When I make a specialty, when I made that mango pineapple tahini goza, like it blows up on our feed and people want it. When I make the blackberry cinnamon toast crunch sour, people want it. When I make my blackberry ale, people want it. Nobody wants, like, I think people are just so tired of, IPAs. So, or double IPAs or barrel aged, imperial stouts, that anything that I make that has fruit in it, that's what people want around here. Like, it literally like breaks our internet. They're like, how do we get it? So,
but if somebody was actually like trying to get beers from your local hometown, what would be the one brewery that has like the most beer in circulation? Like, if I wanted to get beers from your local watering holes, what would be the number one beer that would like catch my eye? So, because I have a hard time buying beer because there's so much beer now.
Yeah, Fort George.
Fort George. What's their signature beer? West Coast IPA?
Well, so
Back off, war child. Seriously.
their signature, they have a couple of signatures. One would be the
Fort
Vortex
George.
IPA. Yeah, I dislike. I don't like the Vortex. And then they have the Cavatica Stout, which I think is great.
Wow.
I think it's an amazing beer. But the thing about Fort George is they keep up with, the times, and they experiment. And so they have like a beta series. So like when you go there, you're going to be tasting something different, which is, I think that's a crucial key in having a brewery. Like, you have to have something different than the other guy.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you can't be a brewery and be really successful if you're not competing with, the market today. Public Coast, which I am friends with two of the brewers over there, and they make everything.
Wow.
They make seltzers, hazies. They just made a cream soda ale that I think is absolutely amazing. They make gozas. The brewery, they bought a farm. They have all this fruit. They gave me 12 pounds of blueberries,
Fuck yeah.
to make my
Wow.
What up, Tice?
blueberry cinnamon toast crunch beer. So, like today when I had that, what's that, Grisette beer or Grisetta or whatever, first time I'd had one before. It was delicious. When I go into a bottle shop, I want to taste something different, which that's what blew me away about the watermelon tahini beer. I was like, oh my God,
Booze Bros.
nobody's doing stuff like that.
Yeah,
Eric
Alfarm.
Lane,
Yeah,
Eric Lane me right now, a sour blue waffle.
you got something from Hector Tapetti. Pacific Northwest is all about the fruit. IPA sours doesn't matter. Do you agree with that, or do you think it's not agreeable?
Wow.
Sour blue waffle. I remember that one.
Ooh, that's gross. Hector, I think
Wow.
a lot of the smaller
Back
batch
off, war child.
breweries,
Seriously.
are about the fruit. The bigger ones, some of them, want to, and an IPA is a staple. Like, you have to have a decent IPA, or just some people just won't go there. I mean, that's just, how it is. But like Reach Break is a small, I think 7-barrel brewery. I think they're a 7-barrel, and they're in Astoria, but they don't do, all they do is, like farmhouse styles. And I love the style, but it's just like, it's not my go-to. Like, I want to drink an IPA and then try something else, type of deal. But they make great beers. So I think it's just, in Oregon, it's weird because people are trying many, many different things, over here, which is, what I try to do, just experiment I think I made a comment on here earlier. Like, literally, I'm just a beer chef. I don't even write my recipes down anymore. I just know my system. I
Same with
throw my
me.
brain in.
Yeah, I don't do it anymore either. You just know, like,
Yeah, you just know.
you just know, 10 pounds is going to be, 5.5, 11.5 pounds is going to be, close to 7. And I know what my IBUs are going to be. I know, 30-minute boil versus 60-minute boil, and then, the dry hop and yada, yada, yada. But
You don't even have to boil anymore. I mean, that's the silly thing is like you don't even have to boil anymore. And talking about like hops, like I think you hit the nail on the head. Like yeast is the new hops. Like nobody really cares. And in my opinion, like I don't care if it's Citrus, Simcoe, Medusa, or Brew One or Caliente. I buy them to try them out, see if I like them. But at the end of the day, I mean, it's still, you're either going to have a fruity smelling aroma IPA or the old citrusy pine one, which is, that's my style. The CO2 extract, I think that's where I think is, the next big thing, because I put that in all my beers. Like I buy it in bulk. If you don't want any vegetal matter in your beer, you just shoot the CO2 extract into it and you're good. That's it.
John,
So,
I got my buddy who actually is, we got 10 more minutes. I do have to meet him. He's got a 1-year-old and he kind of can sneak out of his house when he needs to be. We got 10 minutes left. Anybody got any more questions for John, or does John have any more questions for anybody? Is there any networking within networking? And, or, can we plug John's Instagram or any Facebook or social media, stuff like that? Or is it too soon for that?
no, if you look at my Instagram, it's nothing but beer photos. So I mean,
Battery one. Battery or John Tomo?
John Tonimo.
John Tonimo Bay. Where's Kiowaska? I don't know. Is Kiowaska in here? Where's Kiowaska? I haven't talked to her all week.
Oh yeah, Eric was right. We
Where's Kiowaska?
Brought Vortex down to. Brought Vortex down to San Diego.
Good question for Bodian's Brews. Yeah, your beers were killer. They were all stellar, man. And I know that you and Eric have like a 1-year kind of, not timeline, but kind of a 1-year, what's the word I'm looking for? Timeline.
Goal.
Yeah, goal, timeline, Pater, touchdown. So we'll see. So anybody who comes on here, I wish that I don't know what's going on with the chat, but nobody can put a link in here besides me. But we'll promote your stuff more so when that time comes. And Eric
Lane says 1-year timeline to get to Astoria.
I remember that, man. I'm gonna be like Brad Pitt from Fight Club. You guys are the little, Asian guys that have the market, and I'm gonna put a gun to the back of your head and take your ID and make sure you're a veterinarian in 1 year. Remember that? And he's like, I just struck so much fear into that guy the next morning. Like, the cereal's going to taste the best he's ever had, and he's never going to sleep better. And tomorrow he's going to wake up. That's you guys, man. That's Spirit World Brewery with Eric Lane.
Well, that was a fun night.
That was a fun night. All right. Well, I got to get out of here.
You gotta send me my shirt back.
I got a lot of your
I don't have
stuff.
my brow shirt.
I think I'm wearing your hat.
No.
I think this is your hat.
You might be. We switched hats at one point in time, and then I wear it all the time to the gym.
Yeah, I'll send you whatever you want, man. I've got a bunch of NBC stuff and Death Before for $4 8-packs, Death Before $18 4-packs. But I'll get it out to you, man. But Jonathan Elliott, thank you so much. Everybody who's in here, who's still here.
Thank you.
Yeah, man, this is fun. And we're going to be doing it tomorrow night. We're going to be doing Wednesdays and Thursdays. John, I'm going to try to start like filling out a better calendar to have people come on and talk beer in different places of the world. This is Jonathan Elliott. His partner, Eric Lane, is in here. They're from Astoria, Oregon, which is on the West Coast. And Kiowaska did not show up. Shout out to everybody who's here right now. Joey Jakubiak, Jorge Castro, Darren Blackwood. Just jumped back on early night. I mean, we do 2 hours each night, and I I know time flies. Feels like Jonathan's been on here for 5 minutes. It's probably been maybe half hour, 45.
Well, anytime you have a couple of beers, it definitely it can take off like a
Yeah.
rape date. You know.
Yeah, there's a lot of conversations going on. You got to, we're talking, the chat. We're trying to keep up with yada, yada, yada. Time flies, man. But Chalky White, yeah. Wednesday, it's pretty much going to be me for the first 45. Then I'm going to try to get somebody on. And then Thursday, we're going to start with somebody. Tomorrow night, it's Hop Killer. I don't really know what's going on with him. He's a YouTuber. He's got an Instagram. I think he's trying to start a brewery up there in Auburn and NorCal. And we'll see how that goes. So, shout out to you guys. Thank you, Bodine's Brews. Thank you, Tice Sailor. Thank you, John. John, that's his Instagram name. Just John. I like it. Sandpaper Skin Crawl. Love the Barrage Father. Cheers, Sandpaper Skin Crawl. Cheers, Eric Lane. Let's get out of here. You know what? I'm not going to do.
We should do one more NBC.
We should do one more NBC, but I was going to do trivia tonight if I ran out of shit to say, which some people would think is impossible. But I'm putting together like trivia questions throughout the week because I do want to do another t-shirt giveaway. Check this out. Happy hour topics, 5 mistakes, trivia. All right, and I will give a t-shirt. Let me give a t-shirt away. I'll give a t-shirt away for this. But all I have left is I think a ton of. Oh, there's Kiowaska. She's here. Bodine's Brews, man. You summoned the devil. Hi, Kiowa. Oh, shit. We're not going anywhere, man. We're not going. You remember Kiowa? Remember from North Park Brew Co?
Oh my! Yes, I do. I that's probably all I remember from North.
You guys
North
know each
Park.
other, Kiowa, and we were all there that day. It was me and Brewmill Town.
Yeah.
That place was cool. I almost took us to the bad spot. The place that got me too heavily from that whole rat magnet thing. And I didn't know because I don't know North Park breweries and stuff like that. But North Park was the good call to go. And South Park was not the good call to go. So we did good. Hi, Kiowa. Young little
I only got
Waska.
to
What's up?
You guys destroyed all that food. You and Eric.
Food
God,
was
what did we
good.
have? Fucking
Food
Eric.
was good.
Yeah, the food.
Pretzels.
When I got the taste of it.
Yeah. The beer was good too. And I love how they had just their ambiance. Everything was, you can go upstairs and kind of look down in their brew house. I love that. There she is. There's Kiowaska. All right, there's a girl in here. Everybody behave. Keep your, hands and feet in the vehicle at all times. And everybody be chill. I mean, we could do one more beer if we do it really fast, John. Or really slow.
Dude, I'm down. I'm down.
All right, hold it down. I'll be right back. I think it's my last beer. So, do you want to go or should I go?
We both go.
No, someone's got to hold it down, or else Kiowa's gonna she's gonna get summoned to come on.
Hey, hold it down. I'll watch it.
Hold it down.
All right.
Hold it down.
Go get her. All right. So I apologize, guys. It's very difficult watching on my phone and then paying attention to the chat. It's my first time pop my cherry tonight. Didn't really get to see all the trolls trolling my beard and my mustache. But when you bartend and tend at a bar and a woman says, hey, don't take this the wrong way, but I want to sit on your face, you have a great beard mustache. Sorry. Eric Lane, where you been? Pony pasture, that's right. Thank you, Yeast.
All right.
Thank you for the shirt, Yeast. I get lots of compliments on it.
Let me text
I figured
Kiowa.
Eric Lane was playing golf, of course.
So
Thanks for the invite.
I got some funny pictures of us, John.
Oh my God, don't share those.
No, I put the one up on the
You got-
last video when it was you and Eric when you guys were rocking the NBC and the Barrage t-shirt. But like the 10 after that,
Yeah.
I'm like,
Yeah, we saw that.
I'm nature boying it. Yeah. Where's Kyle?
It's the dick pics that Eric and I did, of your bottle opener.
Yep.
When we got to your house.
Yep.
Yeah.
When Gavin showed up, and then my neighbor showed up.
Yep.
Yeah, she's kind of a handful. She's moving out right now. She's not getting along too good with her roommate, so she tries to hang out here, and sometimes I'm like getting ready to go to bed and yada yada yada. CH, how hard are you hitting that? What's up? No, it's not like
she
that.
goes jogging.
No.
In Egypt.
What's up?
Your friend, the gal, she goes jogging like late at night.
Yeah, she's. I think she's trying her best not to be home right now. She's got just kind of a weird. She lives with a couple that's trying to get married. It's a 2-bedroom, 3 people live in it, and her and the girl went belly up with each other's friendship. And I don't have a phone, so she's like Kimmy Gibbler in it. Just like show up and it's like, "Do you want coffee? Do you want?"
Just left your pillow.
No, I mean we're strictly just friends. We're neighbors. We're neighbors. But last night she showed up at like 8:30. She's like, "Do you want some tea?" And I'm like, "Not really. I'm kind of going to bed." And she's like, "Can I make some tea?" I'm like, one tea. And we just talk about, she sells insurance. She's a grinder. That's kind of a gnarly world. She's like making 100 to 200 phone calls a day. And that was kind of interesting. But after that, I was like, I'm going to bed. You're not sleeping here. You got to go home. Like, this will all be over soon. Oh, shit. Margin Cabin. Look alive. Here we go.
Oh my God.
He's in the house.
Back off, war child, seriously.
South Park doesn't have anything now that Hamilton's is gone. Lars, they were the same owners. They both went down in flames.
Kurt Pick might have freaked her out, probably.
We're scaring everybody. No, she freaks me out. I may have freaked her out. Sorry. What? Kayawaska? She's out. She dipped. I'm trying to hit her up on Instagram. I still don't have a phone. I'm supposed to pick a phone up tomorrow, though.
What happened to your phone?
So I had a phone when I was with you guys. When did you guys come down?
Yeah.
Margin Cabins is the best troll. He needs a trophy for being a troll. The trophy of trolls. So I had a cracked phone, and then I dropped it, and it was getting like worse and worse and worse. And then one night it just broke, and I legitimately, like, the next day I was like, I need a phone. There could be such gnarly emergencies, yada, yada, yada. And I'm hitting everybody up on Instagram message. I'm like, well, I can still talk to everybody. I can still talk to my dad. I could talk to this person, that person, yada, yada, yada. And then the next day I was like, you know what? I'll just get a phone then tomorrow. And then by day 3, I was like, this is nice. Like, this is like rad, you know? And I don't have a job. I don't have coworkers. I don't have, most of my friends are on Slack, or they've got T-sheets or when I work and stuff like that. And it's just not been a problem. But I need to at least get like a flip phone, or like a tracker phone, as they call it. You take this off.
Yeah.
But I was at the point where I would leave my phone. I had a P.O. box, and I would leave my phone. There she is. There's the Waska. She's still here. Sorry, multitasking. At dinner with mom. Let's go bomb on her dinner. Let's go show up and see what happens. But I would leave my phone in my P.O. box, and I would just, edit all day because, I have to manage the editing, and it's just very difficult for me to not get distracted. So I'd put it in the P.O. box, and I'd pick it up at like 7 o'clock that night, and there would just be like 10 group texts, 50 Snapchats, 50 like DMs on Instagram. And it got to the point where, like, dude, I can't even like catch up with this. Like, I can't even like, I don't even know what's going on. Family group texts.
Yeah, I can manage that. It's a pain in the
Bruce
ass.
Brothers, Bruce. We were in a group text. My Encinitas group text friends.
Yeah.
I was just like, dude, I like can't even like keep up with this. And DMs, everyone's sending you memes, meme on Instagram, meme. I was like, dude, I liked the day better before I just came back to this like bomb of like da 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 da. And I'm not saying like, oh, I'm, Johnny Popular or whatever. It's like nobody is. Everybody has this like going off all day, like da 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 da. And I just got to the point where like I just felt better without it. So My dad gave me a backup phone like a couple weeks ago, and like as soon as he gave it to me and I connected to Wi-Fi, I was like staring at Instagram all day, staring at Snapchat all day, and I was like, you know what? I just want to go back to not having a phone for a little bit. And most people can't, you know, like most people like have to have it for their job or they're in families, and if you have kids, it's like you have to have a phone. For me, it's like I don't have anything. I don't have a family. I don't have a job.
Well, the only way that I get to do what I'm doing right now is because my kids are.
You give them
in
the
Mexico.
you give them the iPhone. Oh, I'm just kidding.
Well, my kids are in in Mexico until the end of August. So
I want to go to Mexico.
Hey, February, you want to go?
Yeah, I do. I'm down. I don't give a shit if it's COVID or fucking zombie apocalypse or the Ebola virus. We're going, dude.
Palenque.
I'm gonna go there with the monkey from Outbreak, dude. We're gonna fucking drink pina coladas. Yeah, we're gonna be barraging. Kurt Pick, yeah, CH, disconnect once in a while. It's not worth it. Yeah, but for me, I couldn't do that unless I put it in the PO box. Like if I put my phone in the other room at night, I would still go back out. Like for me, I'm so addicted to my smartphone. It has to be out of sight, out of mind. And when it's out of sight, out of mind, I don't even think about it. I don't even think about it. Bodine's Brews, man. Bodine's Brews, man. Bodine's Brews with the super chat coming through. Are we doing a real NBC? This guy's going to kill me. Someone's going to kill me. I'm supposed to be... All right. Real NBC? John,
I got about half a beer left.
No, go fill it up, Braj. From the top.
Oh, my God. All right, give me 1 second.
Yeah, everybody but you.
Go.
Anybody but you. I mean, it's still light out where you're at, Braj.
All right, I'll be right back.
It's a cool couch, man. Did I sell it to you? Bodine's Brews, man. You're too much, Braj. You gave your time as a veteran, and you're tipping the channel. We got it backwards. Colby Pippin, let's go. Fill it up. Fill it up, Buttercup.
Come here.
We'll do the NBC, but we'll make it smaller. Cockfight, Eric Lane. I'm down. I haven't been to Mexico in a long time, man. My only goal in life is to buy a DeLorean and then die in Mexico. Preferably from old age. But, you never know when it's your day. Before my son just tasted the beer, he's 6. He said it tasted great. All right. Clayton Gerard's the man. Switch to blueberry cinnamon cider for the NBC. All right, here we go. It's the grand finale. It's like Bill the Butcher and Cameron Diaz throwing knives at each other for the last scene. That's what I need. I need some Bill the Butcher quotes. Whoopsie daisy.
Come here.
All right, we're doing it.
Wow.
What's a better movie, Gangs of New York or Goodfellas?
Ah, God. Gangs of New York.
I'm going Gangs of New York. CH, I do understand. I did it for way too long. Stock photos, videos, wore my ass out. I hear you. After your 51st NBC, you really know what you're doing, right? Margin Cabins is on one, man. And I never want to know who Margin Cabins is. I never want to know who it is. Gangs for sure. I'm with Broomhill Tony. Kurt Pick says Goodfellas. Would you like better, Goodfellas or Casino? Because I was more actually Casino.
Dude, Casino was money.
They're both true stories. Casino was money, man. Sharon Stone, gold digging like a motherfucker with her scumbag James Woods boyfriend she's got to put up with. I'm with Pony Pasture. Joe Pesci's, it's the same stars in all of them. No.
Yeah.
Except for Ray Liotta. Ray Liotta's the star in Goodfellas. Who's the main star in Casino? Robert De Niro. And then Joe Pesci. But it's the same character. Like, it's the same, like, Robert De Niro's the man. He's the guy with the money, the golden Jew, the eye in the sky. And Joe Pesci's like his bodyguard, like his protector. LOI, hi. I couldn't stay away. Kiowaska.
Right.
Actually, it's my dad. Wrong
She
number.
come back?
What? I don't know what's going on. I'm trying to piece it together. I'm playing detective right now. I'm going to go with Casino over. I'm going to put it in this order. I'm going to go Gangs of New York, Casino, Goodfellas. And I'm not saying that Maso things, man. Colorado in the house.
Holy Meso.
Darren Blackwood,
Scooter.
Casino. Yeah. Gangs of New York was so heavy, man. It was so heavy. Yeah. I mean, it was all Martin Scorsese, right? All three movies, Gangs of New York, Goodfellas, and Casino were all Scorsese?
I think so.
I think so, too. Who else would
Eric
it be?
would know. Eric, Google it.
Margin Cabins is on his 51st night peeing in the bed, and he can finally make a YouTube video out of it. Get over here! Both are great. Don't even compare. Good choice of words, Clayton. Yeah, some things are just, how do you compare Alien to Terminator 2? You just don't.
I watched Tomorrow War the other day, and it was all right. Tomorrow War.
What's that? With Tom Cruise?
No, it was with Chris Pratt.
What's the one with Tom Cruise where he dies every single day? And he comes back and he's trying to relive the day in war. It's a pretty good movie.
Yeah, I think Murder, Death, Repeat is what they renamed it to, but it was
Edge of Tomorrow? End of Tomorrow?
Edge of Tomorrow. Yeah, I think Bruno has it.
Bruno's seen every fucking movie, dude.
What a nerd.
All right, what's better, Raging Bull or Grease?
Oh.
Let Kurt Pick answer that. All right, let's do a real NBC and let's get on out of here. The beginning of the end. Where does the sidewalk end? Shel Silverstein. All right, want to thank everybody for being here. Want to thank John Tomo, Eric Lane, Raging Grease. Raging Grease sounds like a gay porn, and it probably is. And I own it, and I have it. And we're going to go watch it later. All right, here we go. John, anything else? We're almost 2.5 hours in, Brush. We're cooking with grease. John, we'll get you figured out for coming on like an actual Thursday. We could dedicate the whole time. Drink a six-pack, have a good time. That's what it's all about. All right, here we go to Simpler Times. Yeah, we'll get you situated better with a mic. Maybe I'll get Raging Grease starting CH. CH and Kurt Pick. All right. This one's to Kurt Pick. This one's to Pony Pasture. Let's light this crowd candle. Waiting on you, Brush. Waiting on me. Let's rock and roll.
Bottoms up.
Say it. M. No. B.
Just say it!
C.
More, man, listen to me, John!